Let's watch Jane Fonda, Hanoi Jane, my queen, rip into Bill Maher.
There's about a third of this country that's very hard right. Of course they love Trump. When he left office, he had an approval rating of 34%. So he really only had those people. Why is he now like tied? Because the other part of the coalition are people who, they don't really like him that much. They just think the far left has gone so nutty on so many issues.
That's what they're being told.
That's what they...
By people like you.
Oh, stack them up. Line those bodies up. Brrr. Jane Fonda, my queen. Oh my God. Oh, Jane Fonda is still the GOAT. I'll never forgive, never forgive, never forget. It lives in my mind. That one Vietnam jacket I saw on this broadcast one time that said, never forgive, never forget Jane Fonda. What was it? It was like, I'll forgive Jane Fonda when... What? It's bars, dude. Conservatives never let go of their hatred for Jane Fonda. My grandpa's still mad at Jane. It's so funny. What did Jane Fonda do? Jane Fonda did basically what I've done professionally. Oh, this is it. 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 This is the patch. This is the patch. I'll forgive Jane Fonda when the Jews forgive Hitler. This is one of them. Yeah. No, conservative boomers are... Bro, conservative boomers are not all right with this. Yeah. The jacket, I think it wasn't this, it was something else, but it's so fire, dude. It's so sick. And if you're wondering what she did, she went to North Vietnam and she humanized the Vietnamese Liberation Front. Is Jane Fonda pro-Israel? I'd be shocked. Is she? Oh, here's another one. I'm still not Fonda, Hanoi Jane. Oh my God, what a banger. Look at this racist ass shirt, dude. God, this is racism at its best, okay? This is the type of shit where it's like, it's kind of funny, especially many, many years later. Look at this vintage racism, dude. No, people hate her because she poses on anti-aircraft weapon. Yeah, that's what she did. The real reason why they hate her is because she went to North Vietnam. I said it correct. Oh, that's not just humanizing them though. Wait, I'm sorry. You got a problem with that? Oh, damn, man. I can't believe she posed with an anti-aircraft weapon that was used by the indigenous population to defend against an invading country. Fuck you mean? 38-month subscriber? Are you relitigating the fucking crimes of the Vietnam War on the side of America in 2024? What the hell's going on? Do you know what fucking Agent Orange is? Yeah, I don't give a I know she says it was a mistake. She says it wasn't a mistake to go to North Vietnam, but she says it was a mistake to sit on the fucking anti-aircraft weapon because she's still, at the end of the day, a liberal, okay? I don't give a shit. Yeah, you think people didn't make the exact same propaganda about the Viet Cong in the United States of America? They were like, oh, I guess you don't care about the southern Vietnamese population. I'll have you know, the Viet Cong, they are brutal to those who collaborated with the Americans. Like, they were torturing them. All this shit. Motherfucking Morning Joe in the chat. Coming out on the side of American empire in yet another instance of like very obviously violent and wrong things that we did. Come on. I mean, Nikki Haley got double trouble from Zionists. Are you comparing from signing the weapons is considered distasteful? It'd be like you taking pictures around ground zero after you said America deserved 9/11. 38-month subscriber. I don't know if you know this, but I have already done that. That's number one. I like that Zionist is now a blocked term, so you can't even say it. But and also you cannot compare an American signing off American artillery shells that are going to go and kill babies to an indigenous population and the weapons that they use to purge their territorial borders from an invading force.
Okay, Paul, let's start the marriage.
Is this a whole documentary about, the visit of Jane Fonda to Hanoi?
70, bà đã là một tượng đài sừng sững ở Hollywood.
Adams, I hope you're...
Tới cuộc chiến tranh miền Bắc Việt Nam.
This is just it's an anti-aircraft weapon. I don't know if you know what an anti-aircraft weapon does. It's not used against the civilian population. It's like worse than an artillery shell. You know, it shoots enemy aircraft down. Unless you got maybe you got some baby brain soldiers operating it, but like, come on now. Yeah, but the real reason why they hate Jane Fonda is because she humanized the enemy. Yeah, not because she sat on a anti-aircraft weapon. Get out of here. That's it. Jane Fonda responding to
I dreamed a New Yorker cartoon the other day, which was a wife in one of those maybe Saxon or someone who draws the suburban people, saying to her husband, I won't understand this new war in Vietnam until I know which side Jane Fonda is on. Now that sounds like it could be a New Yorker cartoon. That isn't bad, is it? Oh,
I don't, what?
I haven't upset you, have I?
No.
No, I just, it's such a curious thing that there's a war going on in Vietnam again, right in the same places where you were and that we were all reading about and talking about, and yet we're not in it. Somebody else is doing it now. Very weird. I don't understand the world anymore. I wish I had lived in the 20s. I think I'd have made a good
Some
flapper.
big powers are out to try to punish the Vietnamese, and our government, well, those people have been fighting a long time, and
How can they stand it, to have it all back again and with different colors on the uniforms or something?
it's been 4,000 years.
Damn, he backed away real quick. He was real smug about it, like, oh, Hollywood liberal. Who cares about what you have to say?
For those people who said they're just a pawn in the hands of China, I hope that people will begin to understand that they will fight anyone, including the Soviet Union, communist or capitalist country alike, anyone that tries to take away their independence. That's what it's about. The Vietnamese people are saying, just as we did 200 years ago, we will control our destiny, we will own our own land, we will have our own government, and if it means dying in the process of getting it, we will die.
It's amazing. So your father corrected something you said. Did you read about that?
He was absolutely right.
Yeah, well,
I'm working, Nixon's not, but he is certainly getting a lot of money from us, even though it's not working to get it.
yeah, you had said I'm getting paid these
And-
days,
and
he
Nixon
isn't.
isn't,
And your
I
father
know.
pointed out
I
that he
was-
is making quite a good deal of money. And,
Right. Right.
That was interesting because your father has had to tread a rather delicate line at times with some of his old buddies over these controversies and so on.
My father has always had very strong and deep beliefs.
Yeah, that's certainly.
Always.
I certainly wasn't implying the opposite. No, ma'am.
No, people, because he and I had conflicts a couple of years ago, people sort of thought that he was on the opposite side or conservative or something, but he's always been very out there.
Probably because of some of those John Ford movies. They figured he must be just like Ward Bond and all those people. Jane, it's always fun to have you here. It's more than fun. It's significant. I like having you here. Thanks for being here.
Anyway, let's get back to Jane Fonda and what she has to say. She's still a lib at the end of the day.
Sometimes I wonder if we had a utopia, it would be the greatest pain for you because you need to be. I mean, you're there for the cause, absolutely, sincerely, but also the cause is there for you a little.
Boo. Jane Fonda and her husband Tom Hayden arrived today for a week-long visit here and said the Palestine Liberation Organization's terrorist acts and refused to recognize Israel had made the invasion of Lebanon inevitable. Boo. The visit was arranged by the Israeli Association of Welfare of Soldiers, which has invited several American entertainers to Israel to improve morale. Boo, Jane Fonda. That was in 1982.
Am I wrong?
I don't, you're so different than me that it's hard for me sometimes to even understand what you're talking about.
Really? So we must have a lot in common.
I don't think we do.
Really? Why?
Except the tequila's really good.
Why? What do you think?
I mean, a year ago, she called for a true humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. I guess she's like gone back and forth on her opinions. In 2009, she was involved in a protest called Israel a Rogue State at Toronto Film Festival. Okay, we're back. What is this? When celebrities show up to protest, the media follows, but so does the backlash. Celebrities have long said out loud what a lot of people are thinking. Just listen to Jane Fonda. That's in 1973. Okay, Susan Sarandon is my queen. Like, Susan Sarandon carries the torch. Oh my God, they interviewed Medea Benjamin as well. All my goats are in this article. I love Medea Benjamin. She's the best. Read what Fonda said. Yeah, that was in 1973, chat. About the Vietnam War. Is there a new quote from her? Susan Sarandon is the best. Susan Sarandon's son from her time with Tim Robbins is hilarious. He's on TikTok and makes shorts about being a Nepo baby and how weird it is. Her opinion has likely evolved over the years, but as long as she's been alive, she could have fallen victim to some propaganda at first, but saw that was happening and changed her opinions. She might not love Hamas or what was the PLO, but she can probably still see Palestinian liberation as moral and just. Why are we investigating Jane Fonda so hard? I don't know. It was just it went on a deep dive.
I think it's
for
so
no
different
reason.
about me.
Just your worldview is so totally different than mine. I don't see people the same way. I
You think I'm a cynic?
I think you're very cynical. I know. Yeah.
But don't you think the world makes you cynical?
I don't know. I'm not cynical. And I've been around longer than you.
Yeah.
A good
And she's a smoke, dude. That's what happens, dude. You get clear skin when you're on the right side of history, even if you have some flubs along the way.
20 years more. You could be my son. I'd put you over my knees and spank you. Would you like? You'd probably like that.
No, I think I'm very
No.
normal. I think I'm very normal, and I love when I grew up. You know, I think it was like a very normal time.
If you were white, yeah.
Yes, if you were white,
Yeah.
absolutely. Glad we said that.
See, he thinks that's like shitty to say. He thinks you're only saying that for woke points. It's just an accurate rendition of history. That's not just like being said for woke points. It's a recognition of the humanity of those who are marginalized historically. It's not like this is why he's cynical. She proved it even in that moment. Like she literally has, without even trying, proved that Bill Maher is a cynical piece of shit. That's a cynical fucking take. Oh, you're just bringing up the if you're a white guy to just get some brownie points. And it's like, no, dude. She's doing that because it's historically correct, okay? It is historically inaccurate to say America was simply better in the pre-civil rights era or during the civil rights era. God, I just hate how much of a smug piece of shit Bill Maher is. You're only bringing that up as a gotcha. It's like, why? Why do you feel so bad? If you feel so bad that there are others out there that are from a higher moral authority because they simply look at whatever is happening around them and go, I can recognize right from wrong. Jane Fonda knows who you are. Yeah, good one, dude. I don't think Jane Fonda knows who I am. Actually, it's not that. It's not. Here, take a week off. It's not that crazy because Susan Sarandon is a HasanAbi head. God, every time I watch Bill Maher, I'm like, I become one of those like. I understand why people have such a parasocial hatred of me. If I read in the same way as like Bill Maher does to my enemies, it makes sense, you know. I mean, even then, because I'm a normal person, I don't fucking investigate every minutia of his life. Wait, for real, like a HasanAbi hit? Susan Sarandon? She is.